Alright, so I just wanted to answer a couple quick questions about the exhaust. So one, does it drone? Unfortunately, yes it does. If you're going exactly 70 at about 3400 RPM, it doesn't drone at all. But any higher speed than that, it just opens the throttle more. You don't really go any faster and it does drone. It gets loud and annoying and you can kind of feel it in the car and it overpowers your music even if you have it up pretty loud. Next question, does it sound Ricey? So it was a $120 exhaust, and I think it sounds awesome personally. Within the car, it sounds sweet. Outside, it sounds pretty good. Anything past, 4,000 RPM, it kind of just goes to trash. But anything below that, it's really low and tiny bit grumbly, almost like some sort of Subaru WRX or something. That's probably the thing I could compare it to most, even though it's, a totally different platform. That's what it sounds semi-similar to. Next question, is it a direct fit? Yes, it is. It's just the 3 hanger brackets, then it bolts on. It's a catback exhaust, so that means you'll remove your whole muffler assembly. The only thing you'll notice is that the exhaust tip itself, which it's all 2 big pieces, so it can't be cut down or anything, it does touch your back bumpers, so I do need to take a Dremel tool or something like that and just cut a little arc out of the back bumper, so that way it's not rattling, because you do hear it rattle, and it also will melt it, so beware of that. How much did it cost? So you can find these all over. You can find them on eBay, Wish.com, Amazon, a bunch of other cheap auto parts sites, and essentially it's all the same exhaust. So don't get ripped off. If you search, I'll leave a link in the description. I bought it for $120, and a lot of people, they just, they buy them, they drop ship them through eBay and charge you $150, but you can get it for $120. I think that's reasonable, and it does pack a punch for that cheap of a price. Next question, any modifications to the car? 0 mods that would affect the drivetrain or the sound. I do have a short shifter, some lighter rims that came with the car, and a couple other, but nothing that would affect the sound or the engine performance. And to those asking if there's any other modifications to the exhaust, no, it just goes down to the down pipe. There might be a flex pipe on there through the catalytic converter, and that's where it bolts on that small muffler. And the next bolt on is just the exhaust pipe with that big open end. Next question, does it come with a silencer? Yes, it does. The way that works, if you look close in the video, there's 2 little bolt holes on the side, so it comes with the long tube that you just slide in, and you do 2, they're like 5mm bolts, and it does silence it quite a bit. Next question is, what brand is it? It's a DNA, so you can find their components a lot of the times on Wish.com. They're not horrible components, and you can get it in 2 forms. You can get the one I have where the tip itself is silver. They also offer another option. I think it's the same price, just depends where you look, and it's called burnt tip, and all that means is just the tip of the exhaust is kind of like a blackened color, and I kind of wish I would have got that one, but I ended up just going with the silver. And the last question, is it really loud? So when you start it up in the morning, it's really not too bad, so it's not gonna annoy your neighbors unless you're revving it up and things like that, but it's really not too loud if you don't womp on it. And in a manual, you can always just turn your car off like a block before you get home, and nobody will hear you. So I hope that helps answer up some common questions, and be sure to like the video and subscribe for more.